In this podcast episode, British entrepreneur Simon Squibb shares his journey from starting a gardening company at 15 to building a successful tech company. He emphasizes the importance of needing success rather than just wanting it, highlighting the hard work and determination required to achieve one's goals. Squibb discusses his move to Hong Kong at 21, where he found new opportunities and a different perspective on life. He reflects on the media's influence on people's perceptions and the need for a shift in the education system. Squibb criticizes the current education system, stating that it focuses on memorization and grades rather than practical skills and real-life knowledge. He believes that the system is broken and needs to be fixed to better prepare students for the future. He advocates for teaching financial literacy and practical skills like entrepreneurship from a young age, rather than relying on traditional academic subjects. He praises the Scandinavian education model for starting children later in school and banning private schools to ensure equal access to quality education. He argues that success should not be solely based on grades, but should also include emotional intelligence and practical skills. Squibb shares his insights and knowledge for free on platforms like TikTok and YouTube, aiming to educate and empower others to take control of their lives. He believes that everyone has the potential to be successful and that it is essential to provide the right tools and resources for individuals to thrive. He talks about the need for parents to do a better job of educating their children, particularly in financial matters. Squibb highlights the lack of financial knowledge among many adults, even those in their 50s, and stresses the importance of understanding concepts like assets and liabilities. He shares his own experience of learning about money through starting a business at a young age and how that shaped his understanding of financial principles. When it comes to raising his own child, Squibb emphasizes the importance of understanding the individual needs and passions of each person. He believes that education should be tailored to the interests of the individual rather than following a one-size-fits-all approach. He shares how he engages his son in learning by focusing on topics that interest him and integrating various subjects like history, math, and politics into their discussions. Squibb reflects on his own journey to discovering his passion for sales and marketing at a young age. He talks about the thrill of turning an idea into money and how that experience shaped his entrepreneurial spirit. He also discusses the concept of doing something you're passionate about versus something you're good at, emphasizing the importance of enjoying what you do in order to be successful. The conversation shifts to Squibb's personal experiences, including the tragic loss of his father at a young age and being kicked out of his home, which led him to start a gardening business. He shares how these hardships ultimately fueled his drive to succeed and find his purpose in life. He believes that finding one's purpose is essential for personal growth and fulfillment. As the discussion delves into the concept of tribes and human nature, Squibb talks about the importance of understanding how tribes functioned in the past and how individuals can learn from tribal systems. He emphasizes the idea of giving without expecting anything in return, rather than the traditional give-and-take mentality. He believes that this approach can lead to a more harmonious and supportive society. The conversation also touches on the challenges of dealing with fame and the negative aspects of being in the public eye. Squibb shares his struggles with managing his personal life and security in the face of increased attention and scrutiny. He discusses the impact of media sensationalism and the spread of misinformation, highlighting the need for individuals to critically evaluate the information they consume. Squibb highlights the significance of knowing one's destination and having a clear goal, mission, and purpose. He stresses the importance of persistence and following through on one's goals to achieve success. He also discusses the concept of hacking luck, which involves taking risks, knowing where you are going, and being persistent in pursuing your goals. Squibb shares his first big success with a company called Fluid, which he sold to PricewaterhouseCoopers for a significant amount of money. He attributes the success of Fluid to taking risks, knowing his destination, and persistence in following through on his goals. He also talks about the importance of transitioning from running a small business to running a larger company, as larger companies are often easier to run due to the ability to delegate responsibilities and have a larger team. Squibb challenges the notion that not everyone is cut out to build and run a business, stating that anyone can become an entrepreneur with the right training, guidance, and support. He believes that everyone has different skills and interests that can be applied to entrepreneurship, and that with the right team and structure, anyone can succeed in business. The guest also discusses his motivation for creating content on social media, stating that he is driven by curiosity, a desire to help others, and a belief in the power of social media for social good. He shares his experiences of helping people he meets on the street by uncovering their dreams and providing support to help them achieve their goals. He emphasizes the satisfaction he derives from helping others and the impact it can have on their lives. Squibb discusses the importance of having a co-founder in business, highlighting that his most successful ventures have been those where he had a partner with a different skill set but aligned moral values. He acknowledges that co-founder relationships can sometimes fail due to a lack of moral code alignment, emphasizing the need to thoroughly vet potential partners and ensure that there is a shared vision and commitment to the business's success. He also shares his personal experience of partnering with his wife, who initially joined his company as an employee but later became a co-founder, underscoring the benefits of having a trusted and aligned partner in business. The conversation delves into the decision-making process of giving away equity in a business versus hiring more employees to run it. Squibb advocates for ensuring that everyone in the business feels a sense of ownership and alignment with the company's purpose. He suggests that employees should not work without equity, as it fosters loyalty and commitment to the business's success. He also emphasizes the importance of conducting due diligence on potential employees and co-founders to ensure that they genuinely believe in the company's mission and are willing to invest their time and resources into its growth. Furthermore, Squibb touches on the power of personal branding and the potential pitfalls of relying solely on it for business success. While acknowledging the benefits of personal branding in building a following and reputation, he cautions against becoming too dependent on it, as personal branding can be fragile and may not lead to long-term scalability. He encourages individuals to focus on building a sustainable business model that can operate independently of their personal brand, allowing for greater scalability and longevity. Squibb delves into the concept of commitment by discussing the idea of burning the boats, where individuals make a complete commitment to their goals without any room for retreat. He highlights the difference between wanting to be successful and needing to be successful, emphasizing the importance of validating one's true feelings, aims, and beliefs in the purpose they are pursuing. The conversation then shifts towards the topic of property ownership, where Squibb expresses his belief that the property business is a scam. He challenges the traditional notion of owning a home and renting versus mortgage, arguing that owning a home can trap individuals in one location and drain their resources with maintenance costs. He questions the idea of home ownership as a means of financial stability, pointing out the pitfalls of inheritance tax and the cycle of mortgage debt that often ensues. Furthermore, Squibb critiques the buy-to-rent model in the property market, highlighting how it contributes to rising property prices and exacerbates the affordability crisis. He advocates for a shift towards more sustainable and community-focused housing solutions, such as social housing projects and repurposing disused spaces for accommodation. In addition to discussing entrepreneurship and property ownership, Squibb shares his mission of helping others and building a supportive community through platforms like helpbank.com. He emphasizes the importance of providing genuine help and support to individuals in need, rather than just focusing on profit-driven ventures. His goal is to create a system that offers assistance to people for free and fosters a sense of community and collaboration.